5 million views later, here we are. Today, we're gonna be doing my updated curly hair routine for all of you guys that have been requesting in the comments every single day that I show you guys what is my new routine. The first TikTok video that blew up on my TikTok page is the one where I was showing you guys that I finally got rid of my middle part and I was able to move my curls on each side. Afterwards, I posted the routine that I was doing at that moment, and I think it has literally 500,000 views on TikTok, and on YouTube it has 900,000 views, which is absolutely insane. Since then, you know, I actually updated my routine. I stopped using some products. I'm now using some products that I like more. My hair actually has been getting a bit longer, so we're gonna see how it looks on a bit of a longer layer cut. Yeah, let's get started. I just came out of the shower. My hair is like super clean. It's just extremely puffy. I'm not saying that it's not a vibe, but as the days go by, it doesn't look anyhow. First thing I'm gonna use is this like huge bounce curl microfiber towel, and I'm just gonna put it on my back because I don't like to get my t-shirt wet when I do this routine. There's gonna be a lot of water and a lot of products. It gets dry super fast. I basically need to always like water it again when I come out of the shower. And I just use this like spray bottle that I got for 2.5 British pounds from a store nearby. You just need to make sure that your hair is like super wet before you start. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get some water in your eye. After that, I just take my tangle teaser, this is the wet detangler, and I brush my hair, and this basically makes sure that like the water is dispersed throughout the hair evenly. I feel like these tangle teasers get like really dirty really quick, and no matter how much I try to like remove the hair from it every time, I have to buy a new one like every couple of months to a year. Okay, the first product that I use is a leave-in conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner that I have been using for the past couple of months that honestly I feel like has worked better than any other leave-in that I have tried in this time is, surprise, surprise, the Scala, the purple Scala actually. This one is for wavy hair. I actually posted a video where I compared this Scala with 2 other ones and showed you guys the results, but this was the winner for me. It just made my hair look extra curly. I don't know what Brazilians put in their hair products, but it really works. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be in the comments telling me off for doing this. I've had so many comments of people being so upset that I literally just put my hand in the jar. People are telling me that this is really unsanitary, that I should have a scoop. You guys, I'm just gonna keep putting my hands in the jar. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, just, you know what, just skip this part. I just take the jar and I scoop it like that so that the product doesn't get under my fingernails. Ooh. And then I mix it on my hand so that I have it like evenly distributed on both of my hands. And I apply it like 2-3 centimeters away from the roots so that it doesn't get my roots oily and greasy. And then I just kind of go inside of my hair as well so that it's not just like sitting at the top. And I just spread it like this. It smells so nice as well. If you guys have any recommendations of really good leave-in conditioners, I want to say Brazilian, because Scala has convinced me that if I want any leave-in conditioners, I need to look for Brazilian ones. I'm gonna take a little bit more because I do have long hair and I want to make sure that like my hair is super moisturized. Whenever I don't actually put enough leave-in conditioner, and also if my hair is not like really properly wet, then my curls really don't turn out as curly as they can be. And whenever I feel like there's some like dry parts, I go in with this water bottle. It's not the products that make your hair curly, it's the water that activates it, and it's the products that make sure that your curls turn out shiny and defined. And the last little bit I put right on my ends, because when I skip the ends, they turn out very frizzy and stringy. And obviously there's gonna be some hair coming out, but it's super normal. And then I take my tangle teaser and brush the conditioner throughout the hair. This is such an essential product for me because it really makes sure that if there's any areas like underneath right here that have not gotten the conditioner, by me brushing, I am making sure that they're gonna get some conditioner. And if it's like dripping a little bit, I do feel like maybe I've put a little bit too much water, then I just kind of squeeze it out just a tiny little bit. And I have my microfiber towel here with me so that it can absorb just the tiniest bit of excess. Okay, let's put this back At this stage, after I've drenched my hair, I've detangled it, and I've put the leave-in conditioner, I'm gonna section my hair. I actually started making my top sections a bit smaller. I think I used to take them all the way from here, but now I'm just making them a little bit smaller. I feel like that gives me a little more control to the front curls. So again, I'm taking my fingernails and just creating like a U shape right here. And the top section is always the section that I section first. I find it that it's so much easier. I take it like that, brush it a little bit so that it's like really vertical. Okay, there's a bit of a knot here. And then I twist it and I just get a hair clip to hold it in place. I don't know if you can see the shape of it, but it's literally like in a U shape. And then the second section I take from like the arch of my eyebrows and I just go straight around my head. I know some people don't split this part, but I do have to because I have a lot of hair. And I found that the times when I don't split this section into two, this chunk doesn't come out as voluminous and it doesn't come out as defined. Sometimes I get so lazy and I don't even want to work in sections, but every time I do it, I regret it and I have to wait until the next wash day to fix it. We're gonna start with this bottom section. The different thing that I do now is I don't split this all the way down the middle anymore. I do style my hair in the front, but instead of like splitting it all the way in the middle, I split it a little bit on the side. This is so niche, but I've noticed that whenever I see videos and photos of myself, my hair right here in the middle is a lot more like broken than on the sides. I can't really retain as much length on the middle, and I really think that it's because I keep splitting my hair in the middle every time. Like when I go out and I want to take pictures, you bring your hair to the front and you split it in the middle. Or when I style my hair, I've been trying to avoid splitting it exactly down the middle. I always try to go a bit on the side so that I allow that like middle section to grow stronger. And the hairbrush that I use is still the Bounce Curl Define brush. It's just a different shade. I got the pink one. And I take vertical sections like this, and I start with the sections that are most far back and work my way to the front. I kind of stretch my hand a little bit, style it, shake it, and then just drop it to the back. So that way, when you look at me from the back, you don't see like a big gap because I obviously style these sections in the front and just put them to the back. It looks super blended because I style them on the back. I'm gonna show you up close how I do this. I take the brush, I put my hair through the boar bristles, and then I push the side of the brush into my hair so that it creates these sections. I pull it, so see the hair is still in the boar bristle part and it is getting separated on this side. And then I kind of hold it here. And the reason why I hold it here is that I feel like it promotes volume. If I drop it, it still kind of sits a bit more voluminous. It might feel a little awkward at first to kind of stretch your arms like that, but honestly, with a bit of practice, to me now it's like second nature. And now that the bottom section is done, I just give it like a tiny bit of a scrunch. And now we're gonna be doing this middle section. If I feel like it gets a bit dry, I can spray some water on it. And again, I start with like the most further back sections and I style them straight on the back. There's nothing worse than styling your hair in the front, watching pictures and videos of you afterwards and realizing that it looks absolutely insane.
Fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
The middle section is done as well. And now we're going to be doing the top section. So what I do is I push it all to the front. I take my tangle teaser and basically brush it all the way to the front. If I feel like it needs some water, I can spray a little bit on, especially like right here at the front. And I kind of take the end of my bounce curl, make a section, and this time I brush these sections horizontally. And I hold my left hand here to kind of catch this section so that it doesn't blend into the section we already have. And I push it all the way to the back. And again, I don't even have to see this anymore to kind of feel it because I already know how I do it. I just use the end to section it, separate it. I put my hair through the boar bristles, twist the handle a little bit so that the hair is right here. Hold my left hand here to support it, pull the brush, release to shake.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
And when I get to the front section, I'm gonna be taking some of these side ones. So these are just brushed downwards. I just like how it frames my forehead a little better. And this top section, I basically do the same thing to it. Squeeze. Now that my hair is styled, I just give it a tiny bit of a scrunch. And then I go in with my favorite gel of all time, which is the Bounce Curl Light Hold Cream Gel. And I have tried several gels. I feel like none of them works the same way as Bounce Curl does. I don't know what exactly it is, but it feels light, but also it holds my hair really well at the same time. If you guys want to try any Bounce Curl products, I actually do have a discount code for you guys. If you use the code Cesara10 at checkout, you can get 10% off. You can find the link in the description as well. It just opens a little bit hard sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. And I put some on my hand, mix it really well, and glaze it on top of my hair, making sure that I don't ruin everything that I've worked so hard for. I put a lot of gel. Just glazing it on top. And then when I get to the ends, I just scrunch it in. Ooh. You need to hear the sound to make sure you've put enough water. If you don't hear the sound, you're cooked. You basically have to restart. Listen, don't judge me for how much gel I put on my hair, okay? I need these results to last me a week. Now I'm gonna go in with my most trusted mousse for the most insane volume you can ever imagine, and it is the BB Curl Bumble and Bumble Mousse. This thing gives me insane volume. It also makes my hair insanely tangled, but I feel like that's basically what makes my hair so voluminous. It's the fact that it feels like it's teased at the root. This product's also really hard to come out of the bottle. Okay, mix it in my hands, put it right here, and just like depositing it on the root without going crazy. And here too. And just a little bit on the inside and on the outside of the hair, but mainly the roots. And after that, I take my microfiber towel and scrunch my hair so that it removes the excess water. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that my hair is all styled, I'm gonna start diffusing it, but before I do that, I take my Tresemme Protecting Heat Spray and I just spray it all over the hair. I just want to make sure that my hair doesn't get super damaged because of the heat of the diffuser. I'm trying to grow my hair super long. Well, okay, yeah, that definitely went straight on my face. Okay guys, now I'm gonna go diffuse and I'll see you right back. My hair is about 85 to 90% dry. The hair is looking like really, really curly. It's obviously stringy, but that's because I haven't scrunched it yet. What I tend to do after I finish my routine and I finish diffusing is I tend to like leave my hair for a while until I scrunch it, but now because I have to be out of the house and I need to finish filming this video, I'm gonna scrunch it right now. And I know a lot of people use oils to scrunch their hair. I just like to use my bare hands. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like having oil in my hair. I take my curls in my hands and just do like this type of movement, and I'm trying to be very gentle because it's still day one. The curls are still like super fragile. Anything that I do in the next 24 hours is gonna be very crucial to how my curls are gonna be looking in the next week. And what the scrunch does is essentially it breaks down the cast formed by the gel and the mousse. It basically reveals the real results because before you scrunch, you can't really tell how the hair looks like. It's quite stringy, it's not very fluffy, and it's not as voluminous as it could be. See, my curls are now actually looking like fluffy and they're not looking stringy. Do you see these pieces that I haven't scrunched yet? They look wet because the gel is still there. And by scrunching, I just take the excess gel and it just goes on my hands. Now that I scrunched, I'm just gonna be separating some of the spirals that I notice in my hair. I don't normally separate spirals, but sometimes I see some chunky ones that I know that when I separate, they're gonna give me extra volume. So let's take this one, for example. I can kind of tell already at the bottom that it could be split even into 4. So I could just do it into 2. I split it from the bottom and then slowly work my way at the top. It's time to give my hair a really big shake. I'm just gonna be taking my hands, putting them at the roots and shake really well. And I'm gonna try not to essentially pull my fingers down. I just wanna have it literally at the base of it. Oh, and I can already feel so much resistance even to put my hands at my roots because of the mousse. You guys, this mousse is definitely like crazy. It works really well, but see, I can't even put my hands further than this because it's making my hair so tangled. So I essentially just like shake really well, and I find that this kind of activates the mousse. It does the same thing as scrunching, right? It like takes the excess mousse on the hands, and it also like makes the hair a lot more like voluminous and puffy. And because I have a lot of hair, I have to lift these sections and shake. Okay, are you ready? Oh my God. Look at this. Do you see this? Now this is what I call volume and definition. There is like little to no frizz. The volume is insane. I don't know if it translates on the camera, but it looks huge and there is absolutely no middle part. I can basically move my curls from one side to another. You're gonna see some scalp at some point, but I just kind of move them at a point where I feel like they're equally on both sides, but not really create a middle part. I could even create some sort of like a more visible middle part if I kept it like this, but I'm trying to avoid this. So if I want to avoid showing my scalp and like a little bit of some sort of middle part or whatever this is, I basically just like take some curls, I put them some on this side, and then the ones right afterwards, kind of put them on this side, and then the ones right after that, you know, just kind of playing around, seeing what I can do to ensure that if I keep my hair like this, you can't really see my scalp. Let me show you the back as well, guys. I hope that it looks fine, but honestly, I don't really doubt it. Also, look at the length. I'm obsessed with this length.
Wait, hold on, what is it giving? Cunt. Cunt. Gee. Oh, cunt.
These front bits used to be so much shorter when I did my first routine a couple of months ago. I think they used to be literally as like a bag. I'm not sure if I want to cut them just now. They're still framing my face quite nicely, even if they fall like a bit longer. But yeah, guys, this was my updated curly hair routine. Let me know in the comments if you want to try this routine. And if you've already tried it, let me know how it went. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. Honestly, this hair is giving bad D, you guys.